It's Curtis Darby and Common Sense. Today I'd like to talk about the death of an individual who left material that is still valuable, that still has a monetary value to it. Maybe even their image, maybe their artwork, any legacy. So I was going to focus on Tupac. The question is even, this is all I'm going to say this about him anyway, and I never met him. I seen the Biggie Small movie. I don't know. See, and the same thing is that whoever wrote the Biggie Small movie wrote it for him, so they kind of maybe kind of lied about some of the information, or embellished some things. But let's put it like this: I was not really concerned with what was happening to the East Coast, West Coast. What do you want to call it? Nonsense. And this kills me sometimes about black people. The strange part, and I'm going to get back to it, but I digress. Let me tell you, I travel from a lot of times from New York to L.A. And even in the Midwest and whatever. And the strange part about it is that black people kind of got like, what do you call it? Telepathical properties, abilities. I could go really. I could go from New York, see some guy running around with his pants hanging down and no shoestrings and his sneakers and his hat with the sticker on it. And I go to L.A. and they doing the same thing. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But the strange part about it is that I still don't understand the thug lifestyle. Well, somebody said the thug life death style because he's dead now. So it's. But the truth is this: is that this is what our whole culture. I mean, we have to address this. I mean, we are lifting up individuals who do not contribute selfishly or to leave a legacy that we can aspire to be better individuals and to live in a better culture and a better society. I'm not talking about just Tupac. I'm talking about, look at the glorification of any lunatic who takes a gun and goes around and kills everybody. All of a sudden he becomes newsworthy. These are the kind of things that shouldn't even be shown on news. They should be silent. They should be in a courtroom, and once you catch this hobo, it's the same thing like the guy from Norway who killed 72 people. Now he's going to trial, and the news media is clamoring to get information so they can expose his madness to some other sick individual. And I said, we should make a law. There should be an international, universal law that when we capture individuals like this, that they never, ever, ever get an opportunity to speak to the public or be seen in the public eye again. To eliminate the opportunity for them to corrupt or to spread their filth and their venom to some child who has a weak mind. So we glorify individuals. And I'm going to talk about Tupac because I'm going to be on his side in a few minutes. But I also want to say is that look at we did it with Al Capone. We did it with Bugsy Moran. And you have to think about it that Al Capone had more juice than the mayor when he was in power. When he was running a bootlegging and a prostitution and whatever. And the socialites hung out with him, went to his house for dinner, invited him. It's a strange phenomenon that we consider something wrong, but we gravitate to it, and we uplift people who do crazy stuff. Come on. I said, now, he was a man. Tupac was a man just like me, and any other man who was before me or who comes after me is just like me. I could aspire to the same madness or goodness that any other man can. So I don't celebrate. I celebrate the works that individuals do. if it bear good fruit. But I don't gravitate, I'm not a fan of anybody. You know, I will applaud you if you do well, and I will even accommodate you by purchasing something that you might have stolen, just to say that was great work, and I am going to support you in your effort to continue your work, but not to glorify. I mean, when we talk about gangster rap, and that's why I went to Capone, what do they say? It says that we somewhere have allowed this mentality or behavior to become common or normal, part of the mundane world that we live in, when it should be offensive and we should walk away from it. And I'm going to say the same thing about any music, like heavy metal, anything that's satanic, anything that's not social, anything that is created, any kind of thing that is created, element or art form that is created that is antisocial, has no place in a society. And I hope you understand this. The only thing that I wanted to say about Tupac is now that they are using his image in a festival. And I've seen a lot of Tupac shirts and hats and speeches and little things he said, like he was Einstein or like he was, or like he was Malcolm X or Martin. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and the kids are running around in it. See, they don't know anything about those guys, but the kids are running around in it, and somebody, whoever is in charge, family or who's a trustee, is making money from this man as he rots in his grave. And there should be. Now, see, I don't want the government to. No, there should be. Now I'm asking for a lot. That as individuals, we should have some sort of more moral fiber. Yeah, but see, that is ridiculous what I'm saying, because I mean, our whole basis and the whole basis of our society that we live in at this moment is based on the almighty dollar. You know what? I've heard people say, they call it a hustle, that I'll do anything for a dollar. And most people will. I mean, look at the shows. Look at all of the. Can you imagine X Factor? Can you imagine sending somebody on an island and all? And people will do anything for money. And if it's money, and if it's more than $50,000, then it's justified. It's crazy. So I digress again, but this is my thing on Tupac. Everybody, take care.